issue is blown up. I mean, it's almost blown the Mueller, subpoena fight and off the front pages, because Democrats think that if they can get the Republicans back into the culture wars, well, they're golden in 2020. Is that accurate?
No. I think the fact that this bill passed is telling us that conservatives are winning across the country, and more people are starting to wake up to what exactly it is the Democrats are doing, which is that they pretend that they are for progress when, in fact, everything that they do leads to regressive results, particularly in the minority community. And we know that that abortions impacts the black community more than anybody else. Black women represent only 7% of the population, yet account for almost 40% of all of the abortions in America.
I want to get to that because constitutional law expert Alyssa Milano spoke out last night on CNN about that very issue. Let's watch.
This will affect the communities of color more than anything, okay? For the women of color, for the women that are marginalized, for the women that are low-income communities, the women that are most at risk, these bills are going to be catastrophic.
Now, I don't understand the argument, because the argument seems to be, and it's been made by people all over social media today and tonight, that the bill itself is racist because there's a disproportionate number of black women in the state of Alabama who would be having abortions. Now, if the pro-life bill would mean there were more black babies in Alabama. So how is it exactly racist when the result is more black children, more opportunities for people to adopt, I would imagine, more opportunities for people to have their own reproductive rights someday? I mean, what about the girls and boys who lose their reproductive rights?
Because
by not being born.
Laws aren't just racist when there's an intention to make them racist. If they have a prejudicial or a racist effect, they are also racist.
So just no intent required?
No, intent can be present, but if it has a racist effect, it is also considered racist. But I think what Alyssa Milano was saying, and I'm not saying, I'm not saying that she's a credentialed constitutional law professor, but what she's pointing out is that there is a dearth of healthcare options for women of color in the South, especially in Alabama. We've seen the Republicans try to continue to take those options away. So now,
but it's not health. How is this? I mean, I can see a debate about abortion, but how is it health care?
Reproductive health is health care.
But it's health
having a choice and having autonomy over your own body is healthcare. This Alabama law criminalizes the doctor. The doctor can now get more time in prison for performing an abortion than the rapist would get for raping the woman.
No, I'm for the rapist getting put away for life.
Right, but now the doctor is going to get more time than the rapist.
Well, this is all going to shake out. This is all going to shake out one way or another.
Yes, because
the Alabama
Republicans are the ones.
Yeah, I want to be really clear. I just want to be really clear here, because you're saying that black babies being born is racist. It is not racist for black babies to be born. Black babies have a right to be alive. That's what you just said. You said that the abortion ban would lead to racist results.
However you want, but
racist results is not black babies being born. We know that the black population would be double what it is today if it wasn't for abortion. We know that the founder of Planned Parenthood was Margaret Sanger, who was an avowed racist and eugenicist, who was quoted in a letter saying that she wanted to exterminate the black population. We know that she has been, by and large, successful. It's time to pull that back, and it's time to educate black Americans about the fact that liberals advocate for things that harm our community. First and foremost, the black population growth has stagnated completely, okay? So that tells you that is your racist result.
Is to tell other black women how to live their life?
I'm not telling them how to live their lives. I'm saying that black women,
they are not allowed to choose whether to have a child or not.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that when you hold a baby in your stomach, a baby has its own fingertips, its own DNA. That is 2 lives.
And what does the mother have?
That is why, by the way, when a pregnant woman is killed, they call it a double homicide, because there are 2 lives.